Guardians, what is going on, y'all? Your boy Sly here, and my blood pressure, guys, is dialed up to hype. Today's the day the pre-Rise of Iron activity is supposed to start, and by the sound of it, there will be more than just one thing happening this week. So I'm assuming that whatever is going to happen will be around the same time Iron Banner drops. Now this is a total guess on my part, but as of 5:30 a.m., not that many new things have appeared yet. Keep in mind, reset is 5 a.m. my time, so my guess is that around 10 a.m. West Coast, 1 p.m. Eastern, that's when the big red bungee switch will be thrown and the newness will start to begin. Alright, well, before we start the weekly reset guide, I just wanted to let everyone know that I will be tweeting today about my Twitter-only giveaway, and someone will win a prize today on Twitter. The big 10K YouTube giveaway is still going on, and those winners will be chosen on September 16th. So make sure you guys keep a lookout on YouTube for that, and for today, keep an eye on Twitter. Okay, so what I know so far is that there's a rumor going around about a supposed email being released stating that private matches will be publicly available starting today sometime. Again, probably around the same time Iron Banner drops. Also, we usually see some kind of world event take place the week before a DLC drops, and my guess it'll have something to do with that, flaming axe spawning in the world, kind of like, the sword did back during Dark Below. So once again, those are my guesses. Keep your eyes open on the Crucible playlist and the Cosmodrome. The last few big changes, we'll go over those when we get to the Dreadnought. Alright guys, let's do the damn thing. Today is Tuesday, September 13th, and this is your Destiny, the Taken King, weekly reset guide for the last time. Okay guys, ladies and gents, how the hell are y'all? I'm fine, thanks for asking. I actually didn't sleep that well because I was thinking about what kind of pre-Rise of Iron activities might drop today, and I lost sleep over that. How nerdy is that, right? Losing sleep over a game? Pfft, I love it. Alright guys, as usual, we're starting up here in orbit with our weeklies. First up, let's head into the Crucible playlist and see what's happening over there. Alright, so as you can see, nothing much has changed, but let's hope it will here in a few hours. Our first playlist this week is Inferno Rumble, no radar, free for all. Next, we have one of my favorite playlists, the Freelance 6v6. This is a solo-only queue and a mix-up of Control, Clash, and Rift. Finally, for my Trials buddies out there, hang in there, y'all. You're only 2 weeks away until you can start that new Trials loot grind. But until then, Elimination will be here for you if you want to try to keep your skills up. Alright, so next up, we're taking a peep at the Nightfall. As usual, modifiers are up first, and we're starting with our homeboy Epic. Highly shielded, crazy aggressive, unrelenting, multiplying monstrosities in great numbers. Then we have Void Burn. Void damage from any source is greatly increased. Brawler is up next. Guardian melee damage is greatly increased, and following that we have Grounded. Players take more damage while airborne. And finally, Trickle. Recharge of abilities is significantly reduced. Wow, okay, so Trickle with Void Burn. So basically, we don't get to use our Void abilities that much at all. We just get to take in the extra damage from the Void enemies. That's nice, I like that. Alright, well let's dive in and see what we're up against, and please, RNGesus, do not let it be the Undying Mind.
Dust Palace is lost to us again, back in Cabal hands. Word is they've let...
Huzzah! The Poseidon Flayers! Still a little sticky when the big Vex guys get there, but definitely manageable. Hey, while you're here, you can also glitch into the new area that has the Dead Ghost and that Siva cluster. Good luck, guys, and don't forget your Dark Drinkers. Alright, so our final playlist is the Taken War Heroic playlist, and this will be the last time we'll be looking at Taken War stuff. Alright, so for the Heroic playlist modifiers, we'll start out with Epic's little brother, Heroic. Enemies appear in great numbers and are more aggressive. Following that, we have Solar Burn. Solar damage from any source is greatly increased. Next up, Berserk. Enemies won't flinch even after massive damage. And finally, we have Small Arms. Primary weapon damage is favored. Wow, this is actually a good setup, guys. Primary weapon damage, Sleeper Simulant, everything, and Hunters can use Celestial Nighthawk to pretty much one-shot just about any boss you run into, and that is if you hit a critical. This is going to be a really fun week. Alright guys, we're done up here in orbit. Our next stop is to Cutie Pie, Boo Boo Face, Petra, and the Reef. Also, it's worth noting that we no longer receive 3 sterling treasures each week. Those have stopped because we're getting Radiant treasures with Rise of Iron. However, you can still complete a level 41 Prison of Elders and receive 1 from there. So if you're still trying to get the Sparrow ship or finish up your Taken gear, that is the only way to do it. Alright, so Petra, what is up, Chikorita? Let's take a look at them bounties. First up, the wanted bounty, we have Baroness Greyris on Venus. Next is to kill 12 named or consumed Fallen Hive, Vex, or Cabal on Venus, and yay, they finally match up. So you can get both of these done when hunting Greyris. Finally, the easiest out of them all, kill 100 Taken. If you're still leveling up Queen's Wrath to get the Bully and Gemini, this is another way to rack up some XP, besides the quests she gave out, so definitely get these done if you can. Next up, Varix. As usual, we're going to accept his token of awesomeness because you never know when you'll need stuff like this. Alright, so let's take a look at them bounties, and first off, we're starting with Riot Guard. Kill champions in level 41 Prison of Elders or the challenge. Basically, you just need to kill 6 bosses. Following that, we have Deadshot, kill enemies with precision shots in level 41 PoE or the challenge, and finally, Shock Trooper. Use arc abilities to kill enemies in level 41 Prison of Elders or the challenge of Elders. As for our bonus modifier this week, you can look forward to grenade kills. Kills with grenades earn more points. So before we piece up out of her, let's check out the challenge modifiers this week. Now you already know that the bonus modifier is grenade kills, however the other two are juggler, no ammo drops for your equipped weapon, and my favorite matchup in the challenge of Elders, catapult. Grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. This is probably the most fun challenge there is, especially if you use a Voidwalker Warlock. Equip nothing manacles, scatter grenades, and be sure to use energy drain that replenishes grenade and melee energy. So basically, anytime you throw a grenade or melee an enemy, the energy drain perk takes away their health and puts it back into your grenade charge as well as your melee. So the more grenades you throw, the faster your grenades return. With catapult on, this basically means unlimited non-stop grenades. The Sunsinger, has it good, but this combo is unbeatable. Alright Guardians, next up, to the tower. Now I was hoping that the pre-Rise of Iron activity would have been like some kind of festival or ritual, with tower decorations and everything. But I guess that was just a little too much to ask for. Alright, well, you all know our first stop, and that's to our boy Shax. We're checking out the Crucible bounties for the week, and first up we have Individual Achievement. Complete Crucible matches with an individual score of at least 1,500 points. You need to do this twice. Following that, we have Making an Impact, win 7 matches. Crucible Combat is next, win 1 game in 3 different modes, Control, Salvage, and Rift. Alright, moving along, Featured Matches, earn points in any daily or weekly featured matches. Wins are worth 3, losses are 1, 5 points total, wraps this bad boy up, and finally, our last bounty, As a Team. I love it when the 5th bounty is anything but rifles and cannons. So, as a team, complete 5 Crucible matches with a fire team of 2 or more players, and then finally, turn all these bad boys in, and new loot is yours to be had. If I were you guys, keep your bounties at 4 out of 5, then have your 5th ready to turn in on Rise of Iron. You might get something new from Shax if you turn it in on the 20th instead of this week. That's totally your call. Okay, so I've surveyed the factions, and only Future War Cult is accepting Wormspore this week. So if you have your Ghost set on Wormspore Extractor, and if you have tons of it stacked up, I would turn a bunch of it in on Monday. That way, when Tuesday rolls around, you need to only turn in 1 bounty or complete 1 mission, and then you can grab yourself some new FWC loot. Well, that's all that's left in the tower, guys, so let's head back up to orbit and onwards to the Dreadnoughty. Here are the 2 big things that have changed up this week. Well, at least so far. First up, I can't forget about my fellow Raiders out there, so let's go check out King's Fall and show you guys the awesomeness. Take a look, guys. All 3 challenges are open today. War Priests, Golgoroth, and Oryx. So if you need a fragment, emblem, weapon, whatever, this is definitely your week to get it done. I bet the forums and LFG will be full of people looking to raid, so go get it, guys. Okay, last stop, woo-woo, all aboard to the Court of Oryx Express. This week's Tier 3 Court of Oryx boss is everyone. Just like King's Fall, Bungie opened up all the bosses so you can complete whatever rotating boss that you need. There were a lot of people there this morning, and I went there 3 different times on all of my characters, and each time there were at least 2 people at the Court of Orcs. So this is definitely a good week to finish up all those quests you put off. And that's it, Guardians. Bounties checked, factions edged, vault cleared, bring on Rise of Iron. I can't wait to finally be able to make a new reset guide, new activities, new bounties, new people. It's gonna be awesome. And hopefully you guys will be there through all of it. As always, thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting the small guy. If you want to stay up to date with everything Destiny, Rise of Iron, or The Division, follow me on Twitter at SlyNation. It is the best place to stay in the know about breaking news, events, and whatever else happens in the gaming world. Keep an eye on Twitter for that giveaway and the other eye on my channel, as I'll have more vids coming out as soon as the activities go live. Couldn't do this without you all, and I'll see you all here in a few hours. But until then, this is your boy Sly. Done, gone, out.